I ended up getting my hands on both the RX 7700 XT and the RX 7800 XT, so here is a really quick review on both of these graphics cards. The AMD Radeon RX 7700 XT is a mid-range graphics card that is designed for 1440p gaming. It's based on the Navi 32 GPU and has 54 compute units, which is a little bit less than the 72 compute units in the RX 6700 XT. The RX 7700 XT also has 12 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory inside of it, and then a 192-bit memory bus. In terms of performance, the RX 7700 XT is slightly faster than the RTX 4060 Ti in most games, but you need to listen to what I say throughout the rest of this video so that you can understand what and who this graphics card is actually for. It is capable of handling 4K gaming, but you are going to need to lower the graphics settings in order to get a playable frame rate. Forgot to say to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment.
I hate saying it just as much as you probably hate me saying it, but if I do not say it, like 1% of you will actually do it.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. As far as the AMD Radeon RX 7800 XT, this is a higher end graphics card that is designed for 4K gaming. It's based on the Navi 32 GPU and has 60 compute units, which is the same number as the RX 6800 XT. The RX 7800 XT also has 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory and a 256-bit memory bus. In terms of performance, the RX 7800 XT is significantly faster than the RTX 4070 in most games. It can handle 4K gaming with ease and even handle some ray tracing inside of games at playable frame rates. But if you are more focused on ray tracing, then NVIDIA is definitely still the way to go. And then lastly, but not least, for pros, they actually run Starfield pretty good, which is mind-boggling, right? All the people with a 4090 and a 13900K, can I get an F in the chat? So as far as the cons, let's go over the cons of this thing. Ray tracing performance is not as good as NVIDIA's graphics cards. Some models may be a little bit difficult to find due to supply constraints and AMD just like not outputting as many graphics cards as NVIDIA. Overall, the AMD Radeon RX 7700 XT and RX 7800 XT are both great graphics cards. It's starting to become more regular where these graphics cards that are releasing, they don't offer the same like performance bump as we used to get from going from like a 1080 to a 2080 and then a 2080 to a 3080. Ever since the 30 series graphics cards with the Bitcoin mining and stuff, graphics cards haven't really been the same ever since then. So now I'm just going to give my personal opinion rather than go over the nitpicky specific details and numbers, okay? I am not saying that these graphics cards are bad by any means, but I need to make a very, very clear point here, okay? If you are doing creative work, if you are doing video editing, if you are using 3D render programs, if you are doing anything on the creative side, NVIDIA still takes the win by a long margin, okay? It's not just the render times and the NVENC encoding inside of video editors and stuff like that, or using Blender or Cinema 4D or any of these 3D applications, Unreal Engine 5, etc. NVIDIA still wins by a long run with their graphics cards and the features that they have for these programs. If that is your priority, do not get these graphics cards. If your priority is gaming, AMD is, and to be completely honest, for probably the past 2 years, has been the winner as far as value goes for what you're spending and what you get with the parts that they are releasing for people. If that is all you want to do, to be honest, you don't really need the best of the best computer anyways. It comes down to personal preference and what you're looking to do. Gaming, AMD 100% all day long. Like, there's no question in my mind. If you're doing streaming, if you're using OBS, if you're doing video editing, if you're using 3D programs, then get a 40 series card, get a 4070, specifically a 40 series card. Because of the way NVIDIA ended up designing their 40 series graphics cards,